The 50/30/20 rule is one of the most popular and effective ways to manage personal finances. Its goal is to help people distribute their money in a balanced way, maximizing savings without neglecting needs and personal expenses. Although it may seem simple, this rule allows anyone from beginners to those with more financial experience to keep control of their income. Here, we'll explore how the 50/30/20 rule works, how to apply it, and some tips on adjusting it to different income levels and financial situations. What is the 50/30/20 rule? The 50/30/20 rule is a method that allocates a person's monthly income into three main categories. 1. 50% for needs. This portion of the budget covers a person's basic needs. These are essential expenses for daily life and well-being, like rent or mortgage, food, basic utilities, electricity, water, internet, health insurance, transportation, and other basic obligations. 2. 30% for wants. This category includes non-essential expenses related to lifestyle and personal enjoyment. It covers entertainment, dining out, travel, streaming subscriptions, and other unnecessary purchases. 3. 20% for savings and debt repayment. This part of the budget is aimed at improving long-term financial health. Here, it includes savings, investments, and debt repayment. The idea is to create an emergency fund, save for retirement, or reach specific financial goals like buying a house or a car. The rule allows people to allocate money to each essential area without sacrificing their wants or future savings. Step by step, applying the 50/30/20 rule. Step 1. Calculate your monthly net income. To start applying this rule, first determine your monthly net income. This is the money you actually take home after taxes and deductions. If you're self-employed or have variable income, calculate a monthly average to know how much you have to allocate. Step 2. Divide your income into percentages. With your monthly net income in mind, divide it into three parts according to the rule's percentages. For example, if your monthly income is $1,000, 50% for needs, $500, 30% for wants, $300, 20% for savings and debt repayment, $200. Step 3. Classify your expenses. It's crucial to examine your current expenses and categorize them into each area. This will help you see where you might be overspending and how to adjust your expenses to meet the rule. For example, your mortgage or rent payment would go under needs, while subscription service is a want. Step 4. Adjust according to your needs and goals. You might find that your current spending doesn't align with the 50/30/20 rule, like overspending on wants. In this case, the goal isn't to make drastic cuts immediately but gradually shift funds from one category to another to reach the right balance. Tips for implementing the 50/30/20 rule. 1. Automate your savings. Many banks and finance apps offer automatic transfers to savings accounts. By automating the 20% towards savings, you can ensure you're always prioritizing your financial future. 2. Be flexible. While the 50/30/20 rule is helpful, it's not rigid. Some people might need to allocate a larger percentage to needs or savings, depending on their situation. For example, if you have an aggressive savings goal, you could temporarily reduce the percentage allocated to wants. 3. Create an emergency fund. One of the main recommendations for the savings category is to build an emergency fund. This fund, covering 3 to 6 months of expenses, serves as a safety net for unexpected events like job loss or medical emergencies. 4. Reduce debt strategically. If you have debt, allocate part of the 20% towards paying off your financial obligations. Prioritize debts with higher interest rates, like credit card debt, to reduce long-term costs. 5. Leverage budgeting apps. Many budgeting tools and apps today can help you stick to the 50/30/20 rule more easily. Apps like Mint, Inab, You Need a Budget, and Pocket Guard allow you to categorize expenses, track them closely, and set financial goals. Who is the 50/30/20 rule ideal for? The 50/30/20 rule is ideal for people with stable incomes and those who want a clear guide to manage their finances. It's also useful for beginners looking to improve financial habits without getting bogged down by detailed budgets. However, The rule is flexible and can be adjusted to suit different incomes or circumstances. For individuals with lower incomes or those facing high living costs, like in expensive cities, it may be necessary to adjust the proportions or focus on cutting back on wants. On the other hand, for those with higher incomes, this rule is excellent for enhancing savings and investment habits. Advantages of the 50/30/20 rule. 1. Easy to follow. It's a simple, easy-to-remember method. With just 3 categories, you can keep track of spending without needing to track every purchase closely. 2. Balance between present and future. By allocating 30% of your budget to wants, the rule prevents you from completely depriving yourself of enjoyment. Plus, the 20% allocated to savings ensures you're preparing for a secure financial future. 3. Flexibility. Although it sets clear percentages, the rule can be adjusted according to each person's needs and changes in their financial situation.